Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we're diving into a mixed bag of news that's as varied as a box of chocolates. First up, we're hitting the greens with a story that's part golf, part phoenix rising from the ashes. Anthony Kim, a name that once echoed across golf courses for all the right reasons, has made a heart-stirring comeback. After a hiatus filled with personal battles and a journey through the wilderness of life, Kim has swung back into the limelight, now playing for the Saudi-backed LIV Golf. His story is a powerful reminder that sometimes, life's bunkers are just precursors to a stunning eagle. Shifting gears from the fairways to the financial fray, we're taking a peek into the real estate realm where Chinese property giant Country Garden Holdings is facing a storm. With home sales plummeting faster than a mis-hit golf ball, the company's financial woes have led to a halt in stock trading in Hong Kong. This tale of turmoil in the property market is a stark reminder of the economic challenges lurking in the shadows, ready to test the mettle of giants. And finally, we're zooming out to the global stage, where the art of conversation is making headlines. President Joe Biden and Chinese Premier Xi Jinping have picked up the phone, rekindling diplomatic dialogues in a bid to smooth over the rough patches in U.S.-China relations. This move towards open communication might just be the diplomatic equivalent of a well-played game of chess, signaling a hopeful path towards easing tensions and fostering stability on the international front. So, whether it's triumphs on the golf course, tremors in the real estate market, or talks at the top level of global politics, today's news serves up a reminder of the resilience, challenges, and ongoing dialogues shaping our world. Stay tuned for more detailed content, and please continue to watch for the full stories. In the intricate world of international relations and corporate maneuverings, stories of political intrigue and business challenges unfold, revealing the complexities of our globalized society. From the corridors of power in Canada, the Globe and Mail brings to light the perplexing narrative of former Liberal MP Han Dong, now an independent MP, who found himself entangled in a controversy involving China's diplomatic circles. Han Dong vehemently denied allegations that he suggested to China's envoy the idea of delaying the release of two Canadians, Michael Spavor and Michael Kovrig, detained in China since 2018. During a foreign interference inquiry, Dong struggled to recall details of a conversation with Chinese Consul General Han Tao in February 2021, where it was alleged he proposed that releasing the two Michaels would only reinforce Canada's stern stance towards China. Dong firmly stated his consistent advocacy for their early release, dismissing claims of advising otherwise or that a court hearing for the Michaels would appease Canadian public opinion. Amidst these assertions, Dong also faced scrutiny over alleged irregularities in his 2019 Liberal nomination contest, with accusations involving the manipulation of Chinese student voters under duress, a saga that highlights the murky waters of political influence and international diplomacy. Switching gears to the realm of business, the Financial Times reports on the electric vehicle (EV) market, where giants Tesla and BYD face headwinds in China. Both companies, leading the charge in the EV revolution, experienced significant sales declines, igniting concerns over the pace of the world's shift towards electric mobility. Despite aggressive price cuts aimed at sparking demand, the broader automotive industry warns of persistent skepticism among mainstream buyers, deterred by higher costs and the logistical challenges of recharging. Tesla's recent reclaiming of the title as the world's top EV seller, following a 42% drop in BYD's quarterly shipments, underscores the volatile dynamics of an industry at the crossroads of innovation and consumer acceptance. The narrative takes another turn with Nikkei Asia shedding light on the plight of tech workers in China, ensnared by restrictive non-compete contracts. Major tech firms like Pinduoduo, Tencent, ByteDance, Baidu, and CATL are pushing the boundaries of these agreements to safeguard trade secrets and retain talent. However, this practice has escalated to troubling extremes, with employees facing daunting legal battles, hefty financial penalties, or forced unemployment for breaching these contracts. The enforcement of non-compete clauses has reached a level where companies engage in surveillance and other invasive tactics to monitor former employees, a practice often sanctioned by China's legal system, which tends to side with corporations in disputes. This stark scenario paints a grim picture of the tech industry's cutthroat environment, where the quest to protect intellectual property and maintain competitive edges traps workers in a web of legal and ethical dilemmas. Together, these stories from the Globe and Mail, Financial Times, and Nikkei Asia offer a glimpse into the multifaceted challenges facing individuals and corporations in today's interconnected world. From political controversies and economic slowdowns to the harsh realities of the tech industry's labor practices, these narratives underscore the ongoing struggle to navigate the complexities of international relations, market dynamics, and workers' rights. In the electrifying race of electric vehicles (EVs), Tesla has once again zipped past its competitors to reclaim the crown as the world's top EV seller in the first quarter of 2023, as reported by Nikkei Asia. The American automaker managed to outpace Chinese giant BYD, delivering a whopping 386,810 vehicles. Despite this victory, it wasn't all smooth driving for Tesla, as both it and BYD felt the pressure of a slowing market, with Tesla's sales dipping by 8.5% year-on-year and BYD's sales plummeting by 43% from the previous quarter. The road ahead seems filled with challenges, including fierce competition and a softening demand for EVs in China, signaling a bumpy ride for these automotive titans. Meanwhile, on the diplomatic front, an almost 2-hour-long conversation between U.S. President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping covered ground from the digital realm of TikTok to the turbulent waters of the South China Sea, as detailed by Nikkei Asia. In this high-stakes dialogue, the leaders navigated through a plethora of critical issues, including the contentious topic of TikTok's ownership and the broader theme of de-risking the bilateral relationship. Despite the complexity of these discussions, both leaders underscored the importance of maintaining open channels of communication to manage their countries' relationship. This commitment to dialogue was further evidenced by the planned visits of high-level U.S. officials to China, aiming to thaw the frosty relations and chart a course towards mutual understanding. On another front, the corporate world is witnessing its own form of turbulence as illustrated by Lumen Technologies' recent $15 billion debt restructuring, a story brought to light by Bloomberg. This maneuver has shone a spotlight on the cutthroat nature of today's corporate credit markets, where strategies that sideline certain creditors have become the norm. Lumen's approach, which favored some lenders over others, is emblematic of a broader trend where companies engage in complex financial gymnastics to stay afloat. This environment is further complicated by a rising interest rate landscape, making lenders more selective and prompting a shift towards cooperation agreements. Such developments suggest a potential pivot away from the prevailing harshness in credit markets, offering a glimmer of hope for more equitable financial restructurings in the future. These stories, from the EV battlegrounds to high-level diplomatic talks, and the ruthless arenas of corporate finance, paint a vivid picture of a world in flux. Whether it's Tesla's quest to dominate the EV market, the delicate dance of US-China relations, or the harsh realities of credit markets, each narrative underscores the complexities and challenges of navigating today's rapidly changing landscape. As these events continue to unfold, they reveal the intricate interplay of competition, diplomacy, and finance in shaping our global future. In the bustling world of global commerce and geopolitics, recent events have painted a vivid picture of shifting economic landscapes and international relations. The Sydney Morning Herald has highlighted an intriguing trend in the retail sector, where opportunistic buyers, including offshore investors and small local funds, are on the prowl for shopping center bargains. It seems these centers are selling for less than the cost of constructing them anew, presenting a unique opportunity for those looking to invest in the retail space. This phenomenon underscores the changing dynamics within the retail industry, where the valuation of physical assets is being recalibrated in light of evolving consumer behaviors and economic pressures. On the international stage, a significant conversation unfolded between U.S. President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping, as reported by the Associated Press. Their discussion on January 25 covered a broad spectrum of critical issues, including Taiwan, artificial intelligence, security, and the pressing global challenge of fentanyl. This dialogue was emblematic of a concerted effort to return to regular leader talks, following a period of heightened tensions. The conversation set the stage for a series of high-level engagements between the U.S. and China, signaling a potential thaw in relations. Biden's agenda was comprehensive, touching on concerns over China's South China Sea operations, the flow of illegal narcotics, interference in U.S. elections, human rights issues, and economic practices deemed unfair by the U.S. This dialogue underscores the complex interplay of cooperation and competition that defines U.S.-China relations, with both nations navigating a delicate balance between national interests and global responsibilities. These snapshots from the Sydney Morning Herald and the Associated Press offer a glimpse into the dynamic and interconnected world we inhabit. From the fluctuating fortunes of shopping centers and the stock market to high-stakes diplomatic dialogues, these stories underscore the constant state of flux that defines both the economic and geopolitical arenas. As investors seek bargains in the retail sector and markets react to policy shifts, world leaders engage in crucial conversations that could shape the future of international relations. Amidst these developments, the importance of strategic thinking, adaptability, and dialogue has never been more apparent. In a series of developments that have caught the attention of the global market, companies from various sectors are navigating through challenges and strategic expansions, showcasing the dynamic nature of the business landscape. Starting with the real estate sector, Nikkei Asia reported a significant downturn for Chinese property developer Country Garden Holdings. The company experienced an alarming 83% year-on-year drop in contracted sales for March, amounting to 4.3 billion Chinese yuan, $595 million. The sales in terms of area also plummeted by 85% to 450,000 square meters. This downturn wasn't an isolated incident, as February and January also saw sales plunging by 85% and 75%, respectively. The continuous decline in sales since the beginning of the year follows a 50% fall in full-year sales for 2023. Adding to the company's woes, its shares have been suspended on the Hong Kong exchange due to its failure to release annual results by the set deadline. In contrast to the struggles in the real estate sector, the technology and automotive industries are witnessing ambitious expansions and challenges of their own. Nikkei Asia highlighted the strategic moves by Chinese self-driving truck startup Inceptio Technology. The company is actively seeking partnerships to venture into new markets, including Japan, Southeast Asia, and the Middle East, within the next 2 years. Inceptio, known for supplying self-driving systems to trucks made by Chinese manufacturers like Dongfeng Motor and China National Heavy Duty Truck Group, has its technology installed in nearly 1,000 vehicles, covering almost 100 million kilometers. With plans to consider an IPO in the near future, potentially on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange or Nasdaq, Inceptio's global push represents a bold step into the future of transportation. Meanwhile, the electric vehicle (EV) giant Tesla faced its own set of challenges, as reported by Bloomberg. For the first time since 2020, Tesla reported a year-over-year drop in sales for the first quarter of 2024, falling significantly short of analysts' estimates. The company delivered 386,810 vehicles, missing the average estimate of 449,080. This decline was attributed to a combination of factors, including the early production ramp of the updated Model 3, shipping diversions due to the Red Sea conflict, and an arson attack at its Berlin factory. Despite these setbacks and concerns over consumer demand and high interest rates, Tesla maintained its position as the world's largest EV seller, outpacing China's BYD company in the first quarter. These stories from Nikkei Asia and Bloomberg paint a vivid picture of the challenges and strategic maneuvers companies are undertaking across different sectors. From the steep decline in sales for a major real estate developer to the ambitious global expansion of a self-driving truck startup and the unexpected sales drop of an EV leader, these developments underscore the unpredictable and ever-evolving nature of the global business landscape. In a heartfelt revelation to The Independent, professional golfer Anthony Kim has opened up about his tumultuous journey away from the spotlight. Once celebrated for his 3 PGA Tour victories, Kim's career took an unexpected turn in 2012 following a series of injuries that sidelined him. The golfer candidly shared his battles with addiction, the physical toll of multiple surgeries, and the emotional hardships of feeling isolated. His hiatus was further marred by encounters with deceitful individuals who took advantage of his vulnerable state. However, in a twist of fate, Kim has made a striking return to the greens, now playing for the Saudi-backed LIV Golf, marking his presence at the LIV Miami event. His story is a testament to the resilience and determination it takes to overcome personal demons and reclaim one's passion. Across the globe, the real estate sector is witnessing its own drama, with Bloomberg reporting on the dire straits of Chinese property giant Country Garden Holdings. The company has experienced a staggering decline in home sales for the second month in a row, with a jaw-dropping 83% drop in March, following an 85% decrease in February. This downturn is a reflection of the broader challenges facing China's property market. Country Garden's financial turmoil has led to a suspension of its stock trading in Hong Kong and a missed deadline for reporting annual results, citing a lack of sufficient information. Adding to its woes, a creditor's petition was filed earlier this year for the company's wind-up following a default on its dollar debt. The unfolding crisis at Country Garden highlights the fragility of the real estate sector and the ripple effects it can have on the economy. Meanwhile, on the international political stage, The Independent reports a significant development between the United States and China. President Joe Biden and Chinese Premier Xi Jinping have rekindled their diplomatic dialogue with their first phone call since their last in-person meeting in California in November 2023. This conversation underscores a mutual commitment to maintain open lines of communication to manage competition responsibly and avoid unintended conflicts. The dialogue builds on the foundation set during their summit last year and is further supported by recent engagements between Secretary of State Antony Blinken, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi. This renewed communication channel between the two leaders is a hopeful sign of easing tensions and fostering a more stable international relationship. Each of these stories, from the personal struggles and triumphs of Anthony Kim to the financial turbulence of Country Garden Holdings, and the diplomatic endeavors of the United States and China, showcases the diverse challenges and opportunities that define our contemporary world. Whether it's in the realm of sports, business, or international relations, the path forward is paved with resilience, dialogue, and a commitment to overcoming obstacles. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.